ready button. So what you need to do, you actually need to go to
all the way over to 0, which is all the way to the left.
Okay, so here's the problem. It's that this camera that I'm using, my vlogging camera, doesn't have an external mic option. It's the Canon G7X, the camera everyone uses to vlog. But I think I've dropped it one too many times, so the mic is not working anymore. Oh, I should probably talk into this. This is what I'll be using now because I know that the mic is fucked. But I also tried to hook my external mic up to my EOS 80D Canon, but my camera doesn't have the options that YouTube tells me I need to look at. So I'm not exactly sure what's happening. Because I have the sound recording option, but it's only on or off. In the YouTube tutorials, there's another option to do a manual option to connect it to the external mic. But I don't know how to do that. Anyways, it's time to make my Instant Pot pho. But I need to go to the grocery store. The Japanese market is my favorite place to go grocery shopping because not only is it more affordable, in my opinion, especially compared to Whole Foods, which but they also have obviously a lot of like Asian foods and condiments and like flavorings that I normally cook a lot with. So when I get back home, I'll show you the things that I always 100% have on hand in the kitchen because I cook a lot with it. And if I run out of it and I don't replenish my stock immediately, then I'm kind of screwed with my food options because that's just how much So I always like to have a stocked pantry of essentials that again I'll show you when I get back home. So we're heading into the Japanese market and I don't have to get too many things. Most of it are, what do I need to get? Onion, lime, and maybe a little bit more garlic. Yeah, that's basically it because we have everything else that we need because again, a nicely stocked pantry. So this will be a quick little trip. Got everything I need personally. I like to buy things that aren't in plastic packaging, and if it's a lot of stuff, I'll normally carry around one of my reusable bags for fruits and veggies, but I knew what I needed to get and I didn't need to bring it, so this is what we got. Also, a lot of you keep on asking me to do these like what I wore this week videos, and the reason why I haven't is because 99% of the time I look like trash, like today. So if there's a video that I can do where it's like how many days in a row can I wear the exact same sweatpants, then I could do that video, but if you want something stylish, I'm not your girl. Just want to say that all of the produce that I got was under $6. I feel like if I went to Whole Foods, this at least would have been $1.99 or even $2.99, so I'm feeling pretty good about it. I'm gonna start. It's gonna go pretty fast because this pho Instant Pot recipe is really quick and easy. Stephanie Villa, aka Soothing Sister, actually sent me this recipe because we were having a conversation about Instant Pots, and she said this was like one of the recipes that she makes every week, and then she gave it to me, and then I started making it every week. It is that easy. What else? I'll go ahead and link the recipe in the description box because you'll definitely want to add it to your repertoire. Are you gonna help? And yeah. All right, let's talk about the Instant Pot. This is from Target. What size is this? I have no idea. It comes with this thingy. And then this thingy that you can use kind of like, sometimes I steam artichokes with it. We're going to do the saute button, which is right down here. And then add some olive oil, just a little. Okay, so what we need to do now is we need to get 2 onions halved. I'm only going to use 3, but let's see if it sizzles. Cool. So put it in, halved side down. And then we have 1 kind of hand of ginger, roughly sliced, and we're going to add that in here too. We've added a little more. Now we're gonna let that cook for a little bit until, like I said, it's nice and charred. Okay, starting to smoke. You can smell it, and let's see. Nice and charred. Next steps. Our spices. Now all of that. Then we're going to add our water. And then our chicken. I like to use chicken thigh just because I just prefer the chicken thigh. I had someone message me on Instagram when I showed you guys that I was making my Instant Pot pho a long time ago, and she said that she spends about $70 on her like Instant Pot pho, and it's just cheaper for her to buy it herself. But I think what she does is she kind of uses like beef meats. We just use chicken. It's just really easy. It's affordable, and between us or the dogs, we always have chicken laying around the house, so it's pretty easy and affordable. But if you want to go like the beef route, if you eat beef, it could definitely get really expensive depending on the type of premium meat that you buy. But yeah. Okay. That's about 2 pounds of thigh. In the recipe, it says 6 to 8 drumsticks, but again, I don't like eating drumsticks. It's just a lot of bone. And then finally, fish sauce. This is 1/4 cup. I think I saw somewhere that there was like a vegan fish sauce. I have to look into that more because I don't know what they would make it out of, but also something to look into. I guess if you wanted to make this vegan, you could just obviously make it without meat. I mean, I guess it's just no meat, right? It would still be a tasty broth. Okay, so now we are going to just mix everything in. And we're gonna set it and forget it. When you put your Instant Pot cover on, they have a venting down here and they have a sealing. You wanna put the kind of knob in the sealing position so it pressure cooks all of that. So we are going to cancel. Okay, so it clicked into place. Our nozzle is on sealing and we're going to do pressure cook. You see that? And we're going to do it on high for 20 minutes and that's it. We just wait 20 minutes now. So while we are waiting for that to pressure cook, here are some of the things that I always have in our kitchen. Ginger, garlic, shallots, onions, limes, lemons. Those are all things I have stacked up in the kitchen at all times. Ginger is just something I use always, whether it's for something savory or if I make like a salad dressing. Same with garlic. Always, you can use garlic for anything. Lemon, lime, I mean, it's all the same thing. You can use these as like true staples. Since I just came into town, I had to go and pick some stuff up, but normally they're always in our house. Fish sauce. I mean, nothing else can be said about it. I use this for almost every Asian dish possible. I'm going to link one of my favorite Instant Pot salmon, Vietnamese salmon recipes in the description box because that's something I also cook a lot as well. Very easy. It takes, I think, maybe like 2 minutes in the pressure cooker. But always have this stocked in our cabinet. And then we also have shoyu, also known as soy sauce. We have the regular kind. shoyu in our cabinet, as well as some gluten-free options since we did just finish that cleanse. But honestly, they kind of all taste the same. So whether it's something like a tamari sauce or a true shoyu, you should have it in your refrigerator or in your cabinet. And then vinegars, rice wine vinegars, white wine vinegars, red wine vinegars, they're all in our cabinet right here. Rice wine vinegar I use a lot in a salad dressing, the Japanese ginger salad dressing that I may or may not make today. It's really easy, but it really depends on how much effort I wanted to put into life today. But always. And then of course, olive oil. You can't honestly cook without it. I know some people like to do low fat while cooking, and instead of olive oil, they'll just use water. You could do that, but I prefer flavor. I mean, we have so many like spices in our cabinets. Everything that we have that we use today, star anise, cloves, cinnamon sticks, all of it is always stocked up in our cabinet, as well as like garlic powders, onion powders, oregano, basil, basically anything. And then also we have always kind of like a tomato sauce, canned tomatoes, tomato sauces for when I want to make homemade pasta sauces. So we always have that, and I think that is it in terms of things that we use every day. And then of course there's my herb garden that I need to go out and grab stuff anyways, so I'll show you that in a second. But yeah, let's see. Someone actually mentioned in a past comment or in a past video, they commented that they'd want me to do a video about all of my favorite foods that I make, which is a great idea. However, cooking videos is actually one of like something that I hate to do. It's just cooking itself takes a lot of time, and then when you add filming to it, especially when you're filming by yourself like me, it is just kind of a hassle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to link all of my favorite recipes in the description box. If they're not online, I'll just go ahead and write out some of the things that I like to cook. Instant pot pho being one of them, the Vietnamese salmon being another one that I talked about. And then in terms of salad dressings, the Japanese ginger salad I make a lot, and it is a crowd pleaser. I try to make that for parties and everyone loves it. And then I also started making this like Dijon lemon like salad dressing that is actually very, very good. And I don't even like mustard too much, but I really like that one. And if I think of any other recipes, what other recipes do you like that I cook? Soba. Oh, you guys know the soba video, so I'll just go ahead and link that in the description box too if you are new to my channel. The soba video or the soba recipe is definitely a good one. Anything else? Okay, here's my garden. We have lots of green onions because again, that's what I use a lot in cooking. We have some mint so I can make tea. This was basil, but I over-picked it. However, it's growing back. So that'll be done in a little bit. And then we have some parsley, and I used to have cilantro, but cilantro is very, very tough to grow in the summer because it thrives better in colder months. So now that it is cooling down in LA, I'll probably repot a whole bunch of them over here because I cook with cilantro a lot. So I'm gonna grab some green onions for the pho, and oh yeah, I think I need to water these too. Here are some of the things we like to put on our pho. Lemon or lime, super good in the soup. Then we have the cilantro, the green onions from our garden, and then some sliced up white onions. Now that it's done pressure cooking, I'm going to release the valve and the steam is going to come out from it. So make sure your face isn't right over the valve because you may injure yourself. And once this valve is released, that means you can open it. Cool. I'm going to make my dish now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Question of the Vlogmas is, what's one thing that you always have to have in your kitchen, like one ingredient or produce or whatever, and then what is something that you make with that one thing you need in your kitchen at all times? Okay, I'm Misha Dang. I'll see you tomorrow. Whoa, the camera's dirty.